Wedge Antilles, Rogue Squadron. I hear you're the reason I was able to finally get a comm through.
Hey guys, this is EckhartsLadder. Hello and welcome to another Star Wars Squadrons video over here on EcksToo. So yesterday at Gamescom, we saw not only more Star Wars Squadrons, but also Lego Star Wars and even a sort of Galaxy's Edge tie-in for The Sims 4. Now maybe we'll cover those later two editions on another day, but I wanted to talk about one thing specifically from the Star Wars Squadrons trailer that got me extremely hyped up. If you want to see our entire reaction to not only Star Wars Squadrons but everything at the Gamescom opening night live stream, you can check out the link I've included below, which has our live stream and also a video I did on the main channel breaking down all of the Star Wars content. Generally though, I thought the Squadrons trailer was maybe not revolutionary but very good. I was hoping for maybe something that would surprise me, and while I didn't ultimately see that, everything that was there was in line with what we've got previously, which of course I've liked, so I was quite happy with the trailer. There was however one little detail that I think has some huge consequences for not only Star Wars Squadrons, but the expanded universe generally, and that is this one line from fan favorite Wedge Antilles.
Wedge Antilles, Rogue Squadron. I hear you're the reason I was able to finally get a comm through.
So with that one line, we have ultimately the greatest Starfighter Squadron in Star Wars history, Rogue Squadron, returning to the post-Endor time period. And you guys might be surprised, but Star Wars canon has included Rogue Squadron in some things up to this point, but their role in the Galactic Civil War, and certainly afterwards, has really been minimized. Until now, we had no Rogue Squadron content for anything after the Battle of Hoth. And based on Wedge's history in the Aftermath novels and some other works, it seems like Rogue Squadron may have never really been under his command, and certainly not after the Battle of Endor. This of course is no longer the case anymore, and it seems like as you fly with Wedge Antilles that you'll be flying perhaps as a part of or alongside Rogue Squadron. I wouldn't be surprised if the Rogues were defending the Starhawk project. Maybe they're just the squadron set to protect the battleship as it enters active service, and then you sort of fight alongside them as the Empire launches a surprise invasion. But the other option is perhaps Rogue Squadron will also be attached to the Temperance or another capital ship that you'll either fight as a part of or alongside of. All I know is they better make Wedge really badass. Like, I just want to see him dominate in his X-Wing. And as a player both on the Empire or New Republic side, he should be completely untouchable. So that's from a story perspective in Star Wars Squadrons. The idea of flying as a part of Rogue Squadron or along Rogue Squadron is really exciting, especially for me. But this also has a lot of broader importance outside of Squadrons alone. First of all, Rogue Squadron was a major part of the Star Wars Expanded Universe. The X-Wing series made by Michael Stackpole and Aaron Alston are absolute fan favorites, and now that Wedge and Rogue Squadron have been recanonized, I wouldn't be surprised if we started to see other fan favorites enter the fold as well. I mean, fingers crossed we get Corran Horn. I think that's unlikely, but a character like Gavin Darklighter or Tycho Selku could be dropped into Star Wars canon with almost no difficulty. And really all you need in the game is some cross chatter between Wedge and someone known as Captain Selku, and you're on a good start already. To me it is a bit more than that though, because while I do like having things re-enter canon, something being canon just for the sake of it being so is at the end of the day sort of meaningless. But what this really is paying credit to the expanded universe, to the lore, and to the games that came before Squadrons, and Squadrons is almost like a Legends title in that sort of sense. The game is essentially a sequel to the old X-Wing and TIE Fighter games. The game's lead designer Ian Fraser is very clearly a big fan of that era. He talked about how this game was essentially a passion project, how he drew inspiration from the vast Star Wars Expanded Universe, and that's not only games like TIE Fighter X-Wing, but also RPG source books and Legends material and more. Rogue Squadron games played a really big part in continuing fan love for Star Wars space combat and helped getting young kids with an N64, back into Star Star Wars, especially because the game's released at a fairly dark time before the prequels even. So I love the fact that it's being integrated into the game alongside basically everything from TIE Fighter, from the mission types, escorting a Lambda shuttle or scanning freighters, to other important stuff like how the game actually works, power shunting, and hardcore skill-based combat and more. I'm really trying not to be over-optimistic about Star Wars Squadrons, but after playing it and seeing lots of different material at this point, I just feel like I keep getting more and more excited as we approach release date. The only thing really bumming me out a little bit is that the game, seems to be limited. We won't be getting additional content, or at least they don't plan to release any more right now. And I just think if you're a fan of Star Wars Legends, or if you're a fan of these old games and you've been asking for them like I have and like many have, you really got to do your part and support this. I know a lot of you don't like EA, and I completely understand your gripes, but this seems to be not only a very fan-friendly game, but also a very consumer-friendly game. There's not a lot offered in the way of pre-order bonuses. The game is priced at $40 to reflect what they think to be a fair value, and to be honest, not having to pay for ongoing content is probably the most fair way you can release a game, really. All in all though, I'm just really happy that Rogue Squadron has been made canon again beyond just a sort of limited impact on the Galactic Civil War. I think this opens up a lot of story potential, not only for this game, but in the future. It's really kind of surprising, shocking, a little bit disappointing that it did take this long for Rogue Squadron to be recanonized. I mean, this was a major part of Star Wars Legends in both books, video games, and a really massive set of comics as well. So, I don't know, but it's good that it's here now, and perhaps we'll even see some more Squadrons type video games in the future focused on Rogue Squadron. That's just a dream, but we gotta hope this game does well, and that we can show people that single player focused games can still be successful, and that hardcore multiplayer games can do well as well. Anyway guys, that's all I have for today. I'll just end with this. If you had asked me when the first trailer came out whether Wedge would be a part of Rogue Squadron, I would have said no. I would have said he's probably training somebody or doing something else, so I'm quite pleased with this. Again, if you want to see our full reactions to this and LEGO Star Wars, you can check out the 2.5-hour live stream we did, and if you want to support the channel, you can go to patreon.com/EcksToo. I will also say the Star Wars Squadrons community over on Reddit is really great. I interact there almost every day. It's one of my only 2 pinned subreddits, that and Star Wars leaks. So if you're looking to talk Star Wars Squadrons, go to reddit.com/r/Star Wars Squadrons. There's lots of great content, and my videos will even show up there sometimes. But until next time guys, please be safe, have a good one, and may the Force be with you.